I love my base. I love everything I've done for it. And I love all the work I put into it. I also love how it looks. But it does feel like it's a little missing something here. But before we get into that, someone's requested a quick PvP match from us. That was a terrific battle, wasn't it? Now, as fun as PvPing Mysterious is, we do have to get back to work and brass tacks inherently. So, very quickly, I would like to establish this. I have one goal in mind. That being, I want to get all the mobs in Minecraft as pets at some point on the server. I think it'd just be cool. But other than that, it's just to make great builds, which isn't really that much of a goal, more so like an aspiration. That said, this base is missing something, and I think a Ravager cave would be most ideal. This right here. I did do this on purpose. I did save that spot for a very specific reason. And as much as like I could go and gather the easy pets like cats and things like that and parrots, I think it's time we do a difficult one. I wouldn't say a hard one, but a challenging one. Let's go obtain some Ravagers. And yes, I do mean some, because I don't want just one. I want 10. This right here, this big old cave, this will be the Ravager's den. We're gonna dig it out, and we're going to make a massive cave for them to hang out in. The Den of the Beast, if you will. I really like that idea. Doesn't it sound nice? But with that being said, we've got some work to do. So, let's get started on that. It's time I show off the finished tunnel. Not the finished tunnel. It's not really even close to done. In fact, we just got digging it on, kind of sending more so the foreground of everything that's being set up. We're nowhere near done in terms of everything on this cave. We need to completely remodel and replace all the walls. Everything on here needs to be completely rehashed. Look at this. Like, this is just bad cave design, generally. We got a pretty decent entrance for a Ravager cave. I think this is very nice in terms of what they usually are. I think I need to build it out a little bit. So, like, instead of just a singular wide thing that kind of just appears, it needs to be more like, what's a good way of putting this? Needs to be more like an actual cave that kind of slowly it begins to jut out. Because I don't think this looks good by any means, like in terms doesn't look terrible. Could definitely look better, don't get me wrong. But I definitely think this is a step in the right direction, in which the thing is starting to kind of protrude and pull itself out of the cave itself. Shortly after this, though, a friend of mine actually showed up to help me gather Ravagers so we can get them over by the base. Know any nearby villages that we can do this at?
I can look real quickly.
I know none that haven't really been like fully claimed, so.
Nearby.
Land ho! Well, we found them. Thanks to Geeky Craft here, we finally found the villagers. Now, with that being said, we have some small little details to address. One, getting the villagers back, but we'll figure that out later. We have some foreshadowing here, some the mystery mousetool, if you will. But with that being said, let's get into this. What would we call it? A raid? Acquisition mission. We need to trap at least one villager. That works. We only need one. This isn't about saving them. They could die for all we care. We don't care about them. We care about the Ravagers that they bring and nothing else.
Do you have a minecart?
A minecart?
For the Ravager, right?
I do. I think.
But,
I do, but we can just trap him in a hole. It'll be fine.
okay. Should we make a hole?
I'm doing. Now, to do thing!
Okay.
Villagers of this village, your time's come. You will all perish, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make.
I'm running low on food. Also, I gotta go do something. So, good
Oh,
luck.
go for it. You can leave.
Good luck.
Bye! Alright, back to being a solo mission. We're on it. Need to kind of keep them away for now. What we could do, I have no idea. Not a great one, but it's an idea. It works. Just need one more hit on him. There we go. Get in the dang minecart! What are you doing? Oh, it worked. It worked. Ravager obtained. Ooh, move! Little does he know on. Up. Try a little harder than that, Zamboni. Come on! We're leading you to your brother. Come on, Zamboni. Let's move. We only need 2. So we actually have the 2 Ravagers that we need. Which one are you? You're Zamboni. I like that name. I don't really care for the name Antonio, so we're gonna change it to Merkava. Hello, Merkava, and hello, Antonio. Now, the 2 of you guys will have to chill out here for a little bit. Alright. Mission accomplished. Tremor acquired. Now, with that being said, we have some final things to do. We have to gather a bunch of deep slate, some andesite, I wouldn't say much gravel is really needed. Definitely some andesite. And for sure some basalt. Basalt looks so good. I definitely think deep slate is the biggest one. I think we'll have to gather a lot of deep slate. And we do not have much inventory space. I like this. I like this a lot. This is a very nice cave entrance so far. Now, of course, we don't have anywhere near the finished product. We still have this entire thing. Now, they shouldn't be able to get out of this spot here. They shouldn't be able to. Should be fine. But look at this. This is perfect for 2 Ravagers. It's good size. It's ready. They have perfect amount of room, ample amount of room to run around and rejoice the cave. But with that being said, I think this is the vibe we're gonna go for, something along this lines, where you can definitely tell it's something big, bulky, and with a thick hide that lives in here. It also looks very snow cave-esque if on the outside. I really like how it blends into the biome. So, with that being said, I think it's time that we get to building. And I think we're done! Now, I may or may not have honestly forgotten to record with flashback, so we won't have a cinematic for any of it. But other than that, though, I think we should just show it off. It looks very nice for what it is. I decided to completely scrap like throwing andesite in, except for in some very little pockets here and there. But I love like the dip here, the big ol' cave bottom that I put in because it looks very natural. It looks very nice. But we're gonna lay some snow in the cave itself so it looks a little nicer and looks like they're trekking in the snow. I don't think we're fully done though. I do want to put in some details with like hanging moss, pale oak leaves, and like signs here and there, and spruce like what's it called? Fences, spruce fences. So we can have that look of like there's tree roots coming in from the ceiling and such. I think that would look incredible. But with that being said, there's only one thing left to do now before we get that done, and that's to bring in the Ravagers. So let's go grab them. My terrific tremor of Ravagers has been obtained. Now for the hard part.
I saw a picture of us in crop tops with bare stomachs. Late dazzling teens, liberated party queens, friends with vomit. Was it lost in resistance as somewhere in the depths of me?
The joys of having pets. Now, this, I can't lie, this is a rather terrifying sight. Just look at them. They're staring up at me, waiting for the day. But that day will never come. For now, they are forever trapped. Oh, the sun is setting on the next day. Now that I'm done here, there's honestly not much to do but to replace my tools and then add the tree. And after that, we get to move on to our actual mega base. I will miss this spot. It is a rather nice, lovely area. I worked very hard on it. But all good things come to an end. And no matter if I'm not here, where is Callum? Oh, hey, Callum. We found him. Oh, there you are. Just wandering around spawn, big guy, going for a nice stroll. Alright, let's get you back to base. Alright, so I've finished the cave. Added all the details, all the things, and I know it looks super different. It looks so nice in comparison to before. I don't know what I was thinking when saying it was done earlier, but now it's finished. But look. We have roots running through. It looks like there's almost these tree roots coming in. And that would be because out here, we have this tree stump of like a fallen tree that's right there. It looks very nice. And the roots are kind of arcing into here and going down. We've put in these signs along with these leaves and such to make it look like they've been dragging them in. And it gets a little bit less showcased, as they wouldn't fully drag them all the way down. It's just very unlikely. But it's to tell the story. It's to tell the story of how these Ravagers get in here and exist as a species in here. I really like what I've done, especially with the lichen and the pale moss and things like that. It looks super good. Hello, Merkava. Hello, Zamboni. How's it going? But yeah, overall, I'm very happy with this build. This looks incredible. Look at that. Hell, just the entrance alone really sells the idea of what it is. Now, of course, you wouldn't guess that there's Ravagers in here, but you definitely guess that something bigger lives in here. Or this leads somewhere important. But with that being said, we do have one more project to do. One more project to handle. The project that we have yet to handle is the mega game that I want to make. I have a very big ambition for the game that I want to build. And it's expensive, to say the least. It'll take me a while. I've already gotten the door done. We'll go over to that and the building process of that in a little bit. Probably have one more cinematic, but what's it called? That door took me a while, and I'm very proud of it. The only thing I need to add in is the redstone for the actual opening and closing of it. Jimbo! Anyways, more importantly though, I'm very excited to get to work on this base, and I can't spoil too much about the game though. The only reason for that being is just because the other members of the server watch each other's video. I can't spoil. Oh my god, that ticking is loud. Hold on. I can't spoil the surprise, because this is going to be like a surprise game. I'll do one big video on the game itself, like the process and making it and how it works. But until then, y'all guys are going to have to wait for that. So, let's go to the door. Ah, there it is. The entrance to the mega game that I'm making. Now, I know I always said I was going to show you guys the building process of this, but I realized I can't. It gives away too much about the game. It gives away too much about its intricacies and what's going to happen when it's done. So I can't really do that. But what I can do is I can give you guys a little hint as to what this game is going to entail. And the only hint I can give is, have you ever seen Freerin? Yeah, well, it's like that. Like that. Look at that, though. Look at that. I'm very happy with how it came out. Now, right there, you'll see a bridge. Well, the start of one. It's not a very good one. I've built it in creative. I'm going to transfer it over soon. But I just didn't feel like doing it right now. Wow, that looks good. I need to blend it into the environment a bit better. Actually, like, a lot better. But once that's done, this is going to look really, really nice. Now, this is just the door. It's going to go so far back. No, don't look at that. But yeah. Now, there is one thing that is left in this video to be done. And that's to say goodbye to my starter base.